Hello, hello, hello. Wow, completely forgot what I was about to say. So in this video, I'm basically going to, sorry, there's a dog barking, music in the background. This is what happens when you're in hostels. There's always noise going on. A video on the top 10 things that I think are useful to keep your costs down when in Costa Rica. And some of them actually can work for travel in general actually, but I've just done it on Costa Rica because I'm here now. But before I do that, I thought it'd be quite entertaining to show everybody the state of my stuff. I really wanted to stay in this hostel that I'm in at the moment, Casa Jungla, and they didn't have any more room for me to stay in a dorm. So I coughed up the big bucks and I paid for a private room. The only problem with that is I do this. Da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, this is what happens. I decide to leave all my crap everywhere. Also, some of you are probably looking at these. I kind of was convinced I had a mustache, so I keep trying to wax it off, and it never works. Can you see the mustache? No, just my spots. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? My room is next to the kitchen. Wonderful. Sorry, Mum. That was terrible of me. Numero uno. So, wow, I say so a lot, don't I? Oh, and I say a lot. Oh, I'm really criticising myself right now. Let's start this again. Numero uno. The first thing I would say, which really has helped me this trip, is rent a car. If you're old enough and you've got a license and you're confident enough to drive, renting a car is like really helpful. It's not that there isn't public transport. I mean, there's public transport here like any other country, but I have heard it is more expensive than usual. And if you want to travel the whole country, get it all done in, like a short space of time, like I've been here for 2 weeks, my car costs about £38 a day. That's with insurance, that's the whole lot. And I've just got up, driven to wherever I want to go, and had the complete freedom of getting everything done in the small space of 2 weeks that I need. Obviously, it is still 30 something a day. There might be days where you don't want to travel, in which case, if you're not planning to travel too much and get so much in, it probably will work out more expensive. So you've just got to decide what you want to do, what your purpose is, and how many places you want to visit, really. Número dos. I cannot stress enough how much money you actually save when you, one, find a hostel that has a kitchen, obviously, because you're going to need that, and two, cook your own food. I go to the shop, I get what I need ingredients wise. Obviously, if you're into lots of flavour, then maybe have like your own little, just few spices, like in a screw top thing or something, just you have those because you're going to need them every time you cook. But if you find a hostel that has a good kitchen, even with the most basic stuff, and most hostels you will actually find that there's leftover seasoning and sauces and stuff from other people. If you cook your own stuff, it's a winner. Literally winner chicken dinner. Because that's, apart from alcohol, I mean, that's mainly what I've spent all my money on. It's just food and alcohol. So if you can at least save a bit of money and cook your own for yourself, unless you can't cook. If you can't cook, then yeah, you are kind of screwed really. But I mean, how hard is it to stick a few things in a pan, whisk it up, job done. Número 3. This goes along with the cooking thing. If you cook your own food, you're obviously just going to want to make a lot in bulk. You know, like whether it's curry or stir fry, pasta dishes, like anything like that. If you make it in bulk, then see if you can bring your own like little Tupperware with you. Just obviously it's going to have to be small depending on how big your rucksack is. But, and I mean, to be fair, they're so cheap. If you lose it or if you can't pack it, like if you're doing a month in each country, just get, when you get there, just one plastic Tupperware box. It's really handy, and then you can just keep that. Then there's normally a freezer in the hostel or even in the fridge, and then it will last a few days, longer if it's in the freezer and if you're there for a long amount of time. And I mean, the hostel I'm in now, they have their own Tupperware boxes. It's bloody brilliant. Número 4. In Costa Rica, the most expensive thing to do are the tours. So if you want to do the tours, if you want to do the zip lining, you know, all the hiking, the waterfalls, the bungee jumps, the ATV quad bike stuff, if you want to do all of that and you have the budget, that's great. However, if you are backpacking like myself and you do not have that much of a budget, then these things you just completely want to avoid. I mean, I haven't spent that much since I've been here, and it's because I've just been doing free stuff, which in turn involves the car. So if you have a car that you're renting, you can actually drive to most of these places, park up, and then just pay the entry fee. Whereas if you're paying for a tour, obviously most of it is actually money just that you can get there. So yeah, that's another thing to go on to number 1, is if you have a car, you can get to all these places and do the majority of the tours that you would pay double for a lot cheaper. Número 5, or cinco. Don't go for the first surf school that you find. There are dozens, I mean so many along the beaches, Pacific and Caribbean. And if you go for the first one, then you probably will not be getting the best price, especially if you don't barter. Just go up and down the beach. Don't be shy. You know, everyone wants the best price. Don't think, oh God, they're watching me, you know, or they're going to think I'm a cheapskate. Sod it. You are a cheapskate. Go up and down that beach and see who's the cheapest one. Número 6. Oh my God, I'm so gassy. Sorry, Mum. At least I'm not putting toilets in this video. Number 6 is kind of self-explanatory really, but when you get to a hostel, ask if you can drink the tap water, because you know, it's something really simple and easy that you can save money on, literally just by filling a water bottle up instead of buying water. There's like lots of places up in the mountains, you can drink the water. On the coast you can't really, but it does depend on the hostel. So just ask the question, can you drink from the tap? Número 7. Again, this is something that sounds like completely, like I'm saying, teaching you to suck, what's the saying? Teaching you to suck eggs, that's the saying. Pre-drink before you go out. So the most expensive nights that I have had have been where I'm just like, oh, I won't pop to the shop, I'll just drink when I'm out. Oh my God, I have ended up spending so much money. If you pre-drink, just get yourself, you know, a little bottle of something or wine or whatever. God, it really helps save the dollar. Número 8. Buddy up. So by this I mean, you know, if you are going to go out, you are going to go to a restaurant or wherever you're going, just make friends, go as a group of you, share stuff. Literally sharing is caring. Just, yeah, get chatting. Número 9. This is on the lines of the making friends, like going out in a group kind of thing. I have been stung quite a lot where I've gone out and we've got the bill at the end, and where everyone's stuff is all in the same bill. Like, there is always someone that ends up underpaying, and I'm always the mug that gets the card out and says, "Oh, I'll pay it, don't worry." I have learnt to just be very, very bossy with it, really, and or just get your own separate bill. Obviously, if you're doing it so that you're saving money and you're sharing meals, then just make sure that you get your calculator out on your phone and you do it properly. Número 10. This could potentially be my favourite one, purely because I'm not that big on it anyway, is just don't wash as much. There's people in the kitchen. Yeah, just don't wash as much. Literally, it will save on shampoo, saves on water, you use your products less, and yeah. Let's say you're washing twice a day, which is excessive anyway, in my opinion. Wash once a day, half a day, wash half of once a day. Stay clean. You know what I mean. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am now going to sort out all of my stuff. So wish me luck. Adios.